All right, welcome to my Propstream tutorial. So now when you go to Propstream, what you're going to see is on the landing page, propstream.com, you are going to see this window that pops up, which basically tells you past and future webinars, and you can either disable it completely so that you won't see it anymore or just close it. In my case, I would just want to close it because I always want to look at the upcoming trainings that are available, and I can add it to my calendar and draw or learn more. So I'll just close it for our sake here. Now, this is PopStream. We've got all the properties data across America. So you can search practically any state, any county, any city in America. So on the left side of the PopStream, you can search from here your properties that you would have saved, the conduct, the campaigns, page tilers, your account, and how to log out. And also on Academy, it will take you, if you click it here, it will take you to that learning that we saw earlier on the initial tab that we saw. So I'm going to just give it a second here while it's opening. All right. So here you can see trainings in English and in Espanol, Spanish, and you can look here, you can find a course that you want. Let's say you want to learn about batch dialing. You can then just come here, look for that training or search it from here or filter it out or whatever you want. All right, so let's go back to Popstream. Right here in Popstream, there are 5 ways you can search data. So you can see the search bar right here. You can search by county, by city, zip code or zip codes, or by APN number, and also by this lasso draw. All right, you can also search for on market and off market. Let's just do a quick example. Let's say you want to do Cincinnati in Ohio. Let me give it a second here. So these are all properties in Cincinnati, Ohio that are on market and off market. Now, for we know that we are looking for off market deals. That's why we use PropStream. So we're gonna filter to off market, and we can see now our property quantity reduced to 327,000 properties. And now you can now narrow down your filters here by LMS, pre-foreclosures, auctions, bank owned, whatever. You can select what you want, or you can open this filter tab here, click it. So there are 8 ways to filter our property. We can do lead list, property details, PopStream intelligence, MLS, pre-foreclosure, owner information, occupancy, liens, value, and mortgage. So basically, as I scroll down here, I'll be moving down these filters. Let's say I want to look at the properties that are tax delinquent, or that are senior owned, or they are vacant. Let's say that are vacant right now, or let's say I want to flip my properties. All right, so it will narrow down. There is all right. Let me do senior owners. There are 59,000. So property details, do I look at residential, commercial, vacant land? I would want residential. Then I can specify, do I need single family, condo, mobile home? In our case, we want to go with single family. Then you can select all. Do I need multi-families or duplexes? Whatever you want, you can leave it as it is or select all. So as you filter your data, it will be narrowed down. Now we have 47,000. What kind of bedrooms do you want? You want a minimum of 2 bedrooms? What minimum bathrooms are you looking at? The year that is built, the number of units. Do you want any HOA? You might need to exclude it, pool exclude it, whatever you want. All right, PopStream Intelligence. This will just give you an overall view of the house. Let's say you want an average looking house, a poor looking house, disrepair, whatever it is. Bathroom condition, interior condition, foreclosure factor, MLS. You're gonna look at right now specified already that we want those that are off market. Do you look at those products that are for sale or for rent, that are active, under contract, or cancelled? When were they listed? How many days on the market? Listed price? Any keyword that you're looking for. Pre foreclosure and bank owned. Right, you want to include or exclude, apply the filters accordingly. You want to see, you want to filter according to the years of ownership. Let's say you want people that you have a minimum ownership of 50 days. Maybe these are the people that are now willing to move around, to move and maybe change properties. Then the last sale price, tax exemption, liens and bankruptcy. You can include and exclude bankruptcy, liens, or divorce or value equity. You're looking at you can filter. Let's say I'm looking at minimum estimated value of 100,000, and you can scroll down mortgage information. Then then you can apply your filters. You can view those 44,000 that you have filtered to. Now we have our property right here. Let's say this is the initial list that you want, but now you can see them on the map. And let's say I want to focus on this property right here for 101. So if I click it here, it pops up this window and it gives me the basic details of the property. And this will be comps and the details. If you click on details, it gives you all the information about the house that we are looking at. Now, this is the property type, the square footage, the year it was built, HOA information, which county is it located in, the value for the past 5 years, the mortgage on still on the property is 14,000, and estimated equity of 101,000. Then comp sales, if there's comp sales, we'll come to that. All right. So let's look right here on the property details. That's where we are right now. So we can look at the owner, who is the owner of this property, the characteristics of the property, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, full bathrooms, air conditioning, all the necessary information that you need. The land, legal description, that all the information that you find from the county. MLS details. So, what was it last listed? It was last listed in 2023, December 2023. Right now, it's off market for 200,000. It seated on the market for 603 days on the market. So, like almost 2 years, almost a year and some days actually, in some months actually. All right. So you look at the utilities, listing history, whatever happened there. You can look at the comp sales. So right now there's zero comp sales, but if it was a property with a comp sales, you would see a list of properties that are within that area that you can look at and see how they're doing, their value. You can look at the intelligence here, Propstream intelligence, or right here. So it's the same. I'll explain this one when we hit this step. For now, let's just go on demographics. Demographics in the particular location that you're looking at. So most of the houses in that area are single family. There's multiplexes, property, apartments, and such like. Average income, it tells you, and household compositions, education, how transport in the area. Takes information about the property, the history of that property, linked properties, if there's any properties linked to that current property. Then you can also look at the mortgage and transaction history. Um, when it was sold, when, to who, all the good stuff there. Documents and reports. All right, so let's say you want to purchase access and map, document image scan. You can just purchase here, but usually I'll just keep it within Popstream. I don't need to purchase anything. My monthly subscription is more than enough. Right, so we'll go to right here, Popstream Intelligence. It is already looking at this particular property. And let's say you want to use this property as a rental investment house. So you just type the question that you want. It's an AI chatbot that you're working with, but it uses the information that's already there on the property. So it's not just guessing, but using actual information to make its decision. So I'm asking, is it a good rental investment? And it's working on the background, and it tells you the positives, the negatives, and its actual assessment of the property. Is it a good investment? Yes or no? Then you can take it from there. All right. So while this is doing that, I'll just minimize that. I want to look at these tools. So there's instead of using this pop stream, you can use the rental return on investment calculator, the fix and flip analyzer, the rehab calculator, ADU, or LoanGeek if you want to get access to loans. Actually, PopStream is partnered with LoanGeek. You can start the process of applying for a loan to buy this property within this software. All right, let's go to rental return on investment calculator. All right, so the property value, then you put 20% down. It estimates that if you have a monthly rent of 1,600, your annual cash flow, your cap rate, your cash returns, and your net operating income is 14,000. Cost per unit, monthly cash flow is 764. So you use this information to influence the decisions. So you need 10% down payment, initial cash outlay 22,000, 2,000 will go to the closing cost, and total return you are here in 13,000 a year. That's on a 1 year return background. All right. So you can also look at the flip analyzer, and you can say if you are to buy that property, fix it and flip it, how much are you going to make out of it? And it can run you with the numbers, profit margins, return on investment, total cost, cash invested, sale price, and all the fun stuff that are related to fix and flip. And it can also show you uh, your rehab cost, your selling price, how much you're going to make. So you buy it at 101, you're going to sell it at 106. Is it worth an investment? It's up to you, depending on your metrics that you're looking at. All right, so that's the rent ROI calculator and the fix and flip analyzer. And you can now, let's say I'm interested in this property. Let's say I just want to just do a follow up with this. I can write my notes, whatever I want. Um, whatever notes that you want, you can just keep it and save it, and you can also try tag your property. So you're going to save it from here. You can save it from, I'll cancel it here. You can save it from here, here, or from here. Okay. So you can also print the property. You can also do your analysis one more time. Your mortgage, your income, your expense, your sale, whatever you want. Then I'll close this one or save the property. So you can also save the property from here. This is Cincinnati area. So I want to create it, then I want to save it. So I'm saving it so it will show up on my saved properties. And another way to save your property is to do individual properties from here. So you can select the property that you want to look at. Then you can just, I've selected my properties. I can save them from here, or I can come to action and just save it from here. All right. whatever name that I would want to save these ones to. Save, then I'm gonna save. So now I have these properties. Then probably after I I look at these properties with my team, I can then just come back to here and look at those properties. So whilst we're here, there's this button on status. You can assign to one of the employees to look at this property, uh, so that they can be informed whatever decision that they can be updated to the anything to the notes, the property that you're looking at. So that's that, and now you can see those properties. It's loading that I would have saved over. You can look at whatever property that you have saved here. You can now see them. All right. So that's basically PropStream in a nutshell. There are other areas that I skipped intentionally, but this is all you need for you to get started and get comfortable with PropStream. So see you on the next tutorial where I can walk you through other aspects of PropStream. Bye bye.